Time to abandon ship.
Hey guys, thanks for checking out my channel, and well, it's here, and it's probably exactly what you're thinking it is. I'll front load some of the main points of the contract, then I'll get into some of my thoughts. But I want to preface this by saying there's some stuff I might not know, or some stuff that you might want some more information on, which is why I encourage you to read the contract, and I'll link it in the video. But I brought up some of the main points that you guys might like to know. Starting with the first thing, Table 2 is here to stay. He did not get rid of Table 2. He just cut basically the bottom 3 steps away from the table. So carriers will now be starting at Step C, and he reduced the time to max out by about 92 weeks. General wage increase remains at the historic 1.3% that we all know and love. There is going to be back pay, including the first 3 COLAs and the general wage increases from November 18th of 2023 and this coming November on the 23rd, plus 1% for CCAs. Also, for carriers who retired since the 2019 to 2023 agreement, you'll also get back pay and have your annuities retroactively adjusted by OPM. CCAs will, instead of a COLA, get a 1% raise on top of the general wage increase, while those on Table 3 will get an additional 50 cents an hour. In regards to overtime, Section 4 says a new Section 4G has been created, which guarantees pay at the rate of 2.5 times the base hourly rate for all letter carriers for any work beyond 12 hours in a day and 60 hours in a service week. Now it's going to be automatically applied, whereas before you guys had to go through a grievance to get that money back. Now it's just going to be applied automatically. 2 new articles in the contract. Article 15 regarding MOUs and the start of meetings for dispute resolutions for grievances. MOU regarding electronic grievance system is going to establish a task force at the national level to jointly explore and work towards the development and implementation of an electronic grievance system for use by the parties. Article 17 and a half, the Labor Management Committee meetings, is amended to add a requirement for the local parties to meet at least twice a year to discuss labor management issues. There's also a new MOU on training for new city letter carriers, with one notable thing in that training program saying there's going to be restrictions on the type of work, on other jobs that you can do within the first 90 days or the first 120 calendar days, whichever comes first. And as far as my thoughts regarding this whole thing,
what we're gonna do is this. Once we've suckered them in, we unload the dog shit. The only problem you're gonna have is that you didn't buy more. Sound fair enough?
My wife might divorce me, but yeah, let's do it. Oh, yeah.
This is one of the most dragged out and underwhelming contracts since 2013 award that gave us Table 2. Not only was this contract a betrayal of Brian Renfro's promise to get rid of Table 2 and the one table pay scale that he's promised since last year's rap session, and eliminating the non-career category of CCAs, but it failed to apply leverage found in the private sector with all these union wins, like the port workers and UAW, UPS and the Teamsters. And it basically ignored one of the biggest points of leverage we had, which was the law in the Postal Reorganization Act that states that wages need to be competitive. And Mr. $840,000 a year, Douglas Tolino, said on the subject, preservation of the non-career workforce and the two-tier wage structure that continues to provide a total labor cost savings over the term of the agreement will be part of the NALC upcoming agreement if ratified by the membership over the next 12 weeks. So basically, while you have carriers right now that are living out of their cars, some are on food stamps, and they're risking themselves every day for a job that's paying what fast food is paying in some areas, because they say that we're losing money, but then turn around and pay people in management like Tolino a performance bonus that nobody else is getting. And right now, ironically, the guy giving us these 1% raises is the highest paid person in the post office, even above the Joy. But yeah, this is why more than ever you guys need to take this to arbitration, because that's the only time you have any real leverage to make a case, because you have a neutral arbitrator that will review the evidence and not just necessarily take the post office's word as gospel. And you have the chance to apply the Postal Reorganization Act and use private sector precedent set by other unions like the Teamsters and UAW to make a case. This is going to be your opportunity to make Renfro earn his money, because right now he's laughing his ass off.